In today's video, I'm going to be sharing why your life will not look the same again after you get sober. I'm going to talk to you about what you can expect, what massive changes are going to happen in your life when you stop drinking. And really, your life will not look the same, right? It's going to look completely different. Every single area of your life can improve. Every single area of your life can improve if you make the decision to become a non-drinker. The changes that I've experienced in my life and the changes that I've seen members of the Sober Clear program go through are just astounding. I see people losing 10 kg of body fat. I see people making more money in their business, getting 20,000 euro pay rises in their careers. I see people step up in their relationships, hang out with their kids more. I see people make humongous shifts in their life. And in my own life, I went from drinking more or less every single day. I went through this 10-year roller coaster of trying AA and using willpower. And now that I've stopped drinking, everything has changed. I live now in Thailand. I've got a new relationship. I'm training regularly. I'm consistent in my business and just everything is improved. So in this video, I'm going to share 6 things with you about why your life won't look the same when you stop drinking. Now, very quickly, guys, if you do want my personal help stopping drinking and you want to learn more about how Sober Clear helps business owners and professionals get 100% control of their drinking, then make sure to click the link in the description. There's a video training showing you how to apply first principles thinking to get 100% control of drinking alcohol. So make sure to check that video out after watching this one. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you guys is that most people don't stop drinking for this one word. The one word is fear. Fear holds 95% of people back. And I'm not talking about the fear of, like, if you've watched a scary movie. I'm not talking about this kind of fear. I'm not talking about the fear of jumping out of a plane before you go skydiving. I'm not talking about the legitimate fear of danger. But there is still fear. There is still fear that people suffer when they're about to stop drinking. And the fear that most people suffer with is not this fear of jumping out of a plane, of going skiing or whatever. It is the simple fear that life won't look the same when you remove alcohol. It's the belief that there's actually something to give up. It's the belief that you are removing something from your life. You're taking something away. You're taking something that was so good, so enjoyable, so beneficial to you. You're removing it. And it's the fear that when you remove it, you're taking something away so life just won't look the same. So the events that you go to aren't going to be as fun. The dates that you go on aren't going to be as fun. Having sex isn't going to be as fun. All of these things that you believe that alcohol enhances, well, when you take alcohol away, all the activities that you have genuine enjoyment doing are going to be worse. Life just isn't going to look the same. Somehow, you're going to be worse off as a result of stopping drinking. And this fear is what stops people. It stops them dead in the tracks. They think they want to stop drinking. They try to make the decision. They use willpower, but that fear remains. And there's one thing that I wish I could show you guys, and it's this. And this is the second point that I want to talk to you on. It's that there's nothing to fear. You have absolutely nothing to fear when giving up alcohol. There's nothing to remove, right? Life, you don't take something away when you stop drinking. You don't remove anything, right? What you're actually doing is you are gaining. You're not taking anything away. You are gaining in health, in self-respect, in confidence, in courage, in your relationships, in your business, in your bank account. You have got so much to gain. There's nothing to take away. There's only things to gain. And if there's one thing that you take away from this video is that when you remove alcohol, life won't look the same again. But there's really nothing to fear. You've got nothing to fear. And if you see the people on the screen now, these are members of the Sober Clear program. These are people that feared giving up drinking for so long. They've been trying rehabs. They've been trying therapy. They've been trying willpower. They've been trying AA. Now, for some people, those strategies, those techniques, those systems, they work. But for people in the Sober Clear program, they tried this thing. They were like me. They tried everything, but nothing worked. And these are now people that don't fear the decision to be a non-drinker anymore. And neither do you need to. You do not need to fear becoming a non-drinker. So that's the second point. Now, the third point is all about the approach that you take. And it's all about taking the first principles approach that I talk about on this channel all of the time. Now, first principles thinking it's a mental model that people use. It's an ancient problem-solving technique which involves looking at all the individual component parts of a problem. And what you do after doing that is you build a new paradigm. You build a new worldview. And why I say that your life won't be the same after you get drinking is when you take the first principles approach, you see alcohol in a completely different state of mind. Today I had a call with somebody that was interested in joining the program. And we were speaking about, he's a musician, right? He taught music for many years and he teaches people in America on Zoom at the moment. And we were just talking about music. And what I was saying to him is that if you and I listen to a piece of music, we are going to hear it in a different way. I'm going to not pick up on the nuances of the notes and whatever the harmonics. I don't know. I'm just using some random, music jargon. I don't quite understand music terminology, but he would hear it in a totally different way because he's trained in music. He has a different paradigm. He will hear notes differently. He will hear the nuances differently. And when you take the first principles approach, your life won't look the same again, because you'll see alcohol in a completely different frame of mind. You see it without the conditioning, without the illusions, without the idea that it's actually a good thing, because it's not a good thing. There is no benefit to consuming alcohol. And the first principles approach is what I help people through in the Sober Clear program. I have a step-by-step system that I take people through, but that might not be for you. You may wish to read the books. You may wish to watch the videos, to listen to the podcast, read the blogs. You might want to develop that paradigm alone, which is totally okay. Which leads me to the fourth point, and it's once you've built this paradigm, once you've built this worldview, things will never look the same again. They can't, because you see things for what they are. You have logically looked at alcohol. The same way that the musician hears music differently. The same way that the personal trainer will see somebody doing a squat and see it differently to somebody that's never seen somebody squat before. The personal trainer will see the bad technique, the rounded back, the butt wing. The general population will just see, oh, that person's doing a squat. Now, I see alcohol in a different way than 95% of people do. Most people see alcohol as something that's going to help them. It's going to add value. It's going to be enjoyable. And even those people that have one or two drinks, I used to look at a normal drinker, somebody that has one or two drinks, and I used to look at them with envy. Because all the previous attempts of stopping drinking involved me stopping drinking, but still thinking of alcohol as a good thing. So if I saw somebody that has one or two drinks, I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to get it under control. But because I've changed my paradigm, because I've changed my worldview, I don't feel like that anymore. I have no desire to have even one drink. And to most people, hearing me say that, it's like, what? Like, you don't even want to control it again? Like, no. If I started drinking, if everybody in the world started drinking bleach, would I want to get involved? Of course not, because I see bleach for what it is. The same way that I see drinking a poison for what it is. I have no interest in that. But, like I said, this took me 10 years to figure out. And it's why I created Sober Clear, because I don't want you to have to go through that 10-year ordeal or however long it is for people. You know, I've worked with people that have drank for 10, 15, 20, 30, even 40 years. But the point of the matter is that things start to make sense. Everything starts to seem a bit clearer. Which leads me to the fifth point, and it's that you just never see alcohol the same again. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of you viewers of this channel, you use first principles thinking. You've done it alone, right? That's totally cool. I know a lot of you guys have done that. And I know that I see in the comments sometimes that people relapse, right? People relapse. I'm not going to say that you're going to go through first principles thinking and if you're doing it alone, it's just going to click straight away. People relapse. But the amount of people that I see that they've relapsed and they're still coming to the videos and leaving comments in the comment section and they're saying, you know, Leon, I drank, but I didn't enjoy it. Like, it just wasn't enjoyable. I want to get back on track. Like, this sucked. They've changed their paradigm. They've changed their worldview. And even though they've drank, it just wasn't the same. It was like, it was almost like a test. They took the drink and they were like, that was the worst thing I've ever done. And it solidifies their paradigm. It solidifies their worldview. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good idea. I'm not saying that you should drink. No way in hell would I ever say that. I'm not saying that if you've built this paradigm that you should go and test what you've learned. But some people do feel the need to test. I don't feel that need to test. I know what I know. I've done the introspection. I've done the work. I am just like 1000% in my worldview that alcohol is not a part of my life anymore. But some people go through first principles thinking and they get to that point where they're about 99.9% of the way there. And there's that 0.01% of them that one day just says, maybe what I learned was incorrect. But no matter what, is once you've reframed the way you view alcohol, you never see it the same again. Which leads me to the final point of this video, which is once you've done this, is that you can truly start to make rapid personal progress. I see this time and time again. People join the Sober Clear program. They might have a few days or a few weeks where they just start adjusting to this new life of being a non-drinker. And I see some insane gains. People hitting the gym again, getting their nutrition right, taking their business more seriously, going on bike rides, hanging out with their kids, hanging out with their partner, stepping up as a leader again. I see this time and time again. And that is why your life won't look the same again. It's because you can get rid of alcohol and then start making rapid personal progress. And that is damn exciting. That just gets me pumped. It's why I love making these videos. It's why I love doing soberclear.com. It's why I love this business, is because I see the huge changes that people make. And that is so exciting. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you want my help, make sure to watch the first principles video down below. And if you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about the one thing that got me to stop drinking forever, as well as a video about anxiety and alcohol. Thanks a lot.